All right. Well, hello, and welcome everyone. Here's our little star. She stopped by to make an appearance and say hi. So greetings everyone, and welcome. Today is, welcome to BG5 Live. Today is June 29th, 2021. This is episode 111. And today we're going to take a look at trait 52 in quality 5. And what we're going to take a look at is explaining your position in times of inaction. So explaining your position in times of inaction. So before we jump in, and get started, let's say hello to our panel. Let's start with Linda. Hey, Linda, welcome.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. Happy to be here. Looking forward.
Yay, great to have you here. And Natalie.
Yes, very happy to be here. My last time before I'm off on holiday.
Yay! I know we're gonna miss you.
Yeah.
So we'll have to find someone to fill in for you as well. All right.
Yeah, well, I know Rob is live on Facebook right now. So Rob, you're listening to this. We'd love to have you.
Exactly. And again, I want to open it up that any of you, as we're going through our presentation today, if you would like to contribute, if you have something to share, we would love to hear from you as well. All right, let's dive in and get started. So again, we are taking a look at trait 52, stillness in quality 5, explaining your position in times of inaction. Now, we are at the end of June and we're headed towards July. So I thought that we would get a preview of what July has in store for us. So the July theme is the provoking pressure to begin something new by sharing detailed, stimulating stories that influence others. So today we're going to wrap up June in taking a look at stillness, again, focused and channeled energy like a mountain. Next week, we're moving into, and actually later this week, we're moving into obstruction in the 39. This is provocation and the journey towards the spirit. And Natalie's birthday is coming up as well with this. And then we have beginnings, the 53, the pressure for transformation and change. We also have details in the 62, the preponderance of the small, the I think, stimulation, the wanderer and the stimulating storyteller, the I believe, and the influence in the 31, the natural expression of leadership, the I lead. And Linda and I were talking about this earlier, and I would love for you to share, Linda, sort of some of the things that you saw as we took a look at this coming up in July and preparing everyone for moving into July as well.
Yes, yeah, it's amazing how things work. Last time we were in 15 in the extremes, and I was really challenged to step out of my comfort zone, which I did. And I was just having a chat with you about an astrologer I was listening to. I don't often listen to her, and she was telling also about July, and that at one hand we can feel really energized to do things, and on the other hand really fatigued. And I was feeling like, yeah, I'm experiencing that. And also she said, yeah, well, your truth is called out of you, your true spirit. And you said, Karen, let's take a look. And here it is exactly what the astrologer told in her YouTube video. And it's so what's happening right now. I'm really called out, but also called out to focus on what I'm here for. And you also noticed that yourself, that I'm just absorbed in what I am focused on. I'm going to change my niche. And like all of a sudden, I just knew what I needed to do. And I was just creating and creating and creating. I was feeling like a mountain that is just stuck. Okay, now you're here. And the only thing you're going to do is be a mountain and focus on what you need to do. And I didn't like interference of people around me or anything else. Even in my weekend, I was just focused on I have to do this. But then I really feel like when I take a look at July, this is exactly what I have in mind to focus on with my new niche. And I feel like I am already being provoked. I also have the 39, so it's already there. But I feel like also other people around me are struggling. I feel like things are teased out of us. And then the journey towards spirit, it makes so much sense. I feel like I'm called out to do what I'm here for in my niche, in my focus. And there will be a pressure for transition and change. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. Everything will shift. And then I have to take a look at the detail of what I'm going to offer. And then I have to tell the world in a stimulating way what I have to offer. And then I'm going to lead my clients towards a new future. I feel like, how is this possible? I feel like this is the perfect month if you and to have a little heads up for the 52 already, to be still and really feel what's your calling, what is it what you want to focus on. And then this is a perfect month to work on that, to put things into form, to do the doing. I don't know, but I was like, my goodness, how can this be the timing?
Yes,
So
exactly. It's pretty amazing. It's one of the things that we're taking a look at in the Profit Potential Coaching Certification is this hero's journey. And so it feels like July is a journey, right? We have this provocation, we have this calling, we have this journey of the spirit. And then we begin something new, this transition and change, taking a look at what you think, what you believe, and how you lead. Interesting. We talked about this a few weeks ago. What is currently in crisis, right? In the 36. I've heard from a lot of students recently that crisis that they're going through, right? Things may be tough. You may be struggling with things. Realize that crisis is part of the background frequency, and it is, it's forcing us to change it. Like Linda was saying, it's forcing us to step out of our comfort zone. In a sense, we have what's hidden is the crisis, and the crisis is really having us, 61 in truth and transformation, is really having us take a look at, in a sense, a crisis. It's kind of a crisis of spirit, or a crisis of inner truth that we're moving through. And again, it kind of starts with sort of stillness, right? And then we have the provocation, we have the pressure, we have the I think, I believe, I lead. So yeah, exactly what Linda was just sharing is what we have in store for this month as well. So I thought it was important to introduce what's coming up as we move into July. I don't know, Natalie, if there's anything that you would like to add.
Oh no, I love everything you've shared. Perfect.
Exactly. So there's a lot of pressure, and you can also see, if you take a look at what's defined today as well, we have the 52, right, which is the conscious core essence. And we also have the 9 that is in the past direction, which creates the definition. So what Linda was talking about is not only this stillness, this is also part of the definition that's here too, of really focusing in on the details, focusing in on the process, focusing in on what we want or what we don't want, or what needs to change, or what we don't want to change, or whatever the crisis is, right? So there's a lot of focused concentration happening right now as well. So let's move into what stillness is all about when we really focus in on this 52 of stillness. This is a temporary and self-imposed inaction for the benefit of assessment, right? So this inaction so that you can get the big picture, what's working, what's not working. And it's temporary, right? So it may feel like it could be that everything feels stuck, or that there's this stillness of things not moving forward. Again, it's a temporary and self-imposed inaction for the benefit of assessment. And it's concentration, and concentration benefits from stillness and withdrawal, right? That's what allows you to focus, to concentrate. This is passive rather than active energy. And it's keeping still like a mountain. It's focused and channeled energy. And stilling yourself for great lengths of time so that you can focus and concentrate. And looking for and needing something that you can deeply identify with, something that's worthwhile to channel your energy towards. And balancing the pressure to keep moving forward with a specific form of inaction that allows you to sit still and to concentrate. So it's exactly what Linda was talking about. One of the things I was giggling about when it moved into the 52. I was like, I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to be nice to people. I just want to focus. I want to study. I want to get down my ideas on paper. Leave me alone. Right? This stillness, this focus, this ability to concentrate, that might be present for you now as well. So Natalie, you have this in your design, and you actually that is your one strength, right? The 52-9.
Yes.
So you're very familiar with this.
Strength of concentration. Yeah. Yes. And at first, I don't see myself as somebody who is really still all the time, right? So it is temporary. Yeah. But be aware of that. So it's not like continuous Zen sitting on the mountaintop. But if I do concentrate, I can really zoom in and just be still for long periods of time, like working on something like, and then really just, get through it. And yes, I have the 52 twice, and the 9 I have also twice. So this is my one and only strength. It's a format strength as well, of concentration, of logical, repetitive focus. So all of you will feel this in the background frequency right now. So you may benefit from it. So this is a strength that, and also the stillness itself, of course, that I have, and what you have as a strength, you also give as energy to the people around you. So I always say in my courses, you're very lucky that I am your teacher, because you're able to concentrate in this class with me. So I think back of my days in university, and probably a lot of other students around me were really, unconsciously happy to sit beside me, to be able to concentrate and study. But so yeah, and it is if you can go back to the slide, it is passive yet active, right? So it is passive energy in the sense that it is stillness, right? Whereas everything else in the drive and stamina is pushing toward action, like literal. Also, to relieve the pressure in every other trait is through physical exercise. But in this trait, to release the pressure is that you are able to concentrate on something where you can focus your energy on, and then and then do what you love in the focus that you have, right? But yeah, it can be great lengths of time. And even my biggest example, I was working on one of our classes of the foundation course, really shifting it around. Started at 9 in the morning, ended, I don't know, middle of the night, 2 o'clock, I don't know, and just going, right? And then even forgetting to eat, or, you know, snip-snatting something to eat. So yeah, and then on other days I can really be like, okay, today I'm really doing nothing. Passive in another way, right? But yeah, and very importantly, something you deeply identify with. So this stillness is not something I can make myself do for anything. I can use it when it's something I really deeply identify with, that I really love doing, you know, because it's the other side, the 9, that gives you the focus where to concentrate the stillness towards, right? And that comes from a gut response. So also for those of you that have the 52 but not the 9, it may be difficult for you to know what to focus on, right? Yeah. Anything else? I don't know. You
Yeah.
both worked with me for a while now, so
Yeah. And
yeah.
I think that's, you know, one of the things that Natalie really brings. One is when we're in meetings, right? She brings that focused attention to what we're talking about or what we're discussing. Also her attention to detail, right? Her ability to put together the cheat sheets to be able to focus and actually, you know, take what I've created in putting together the presentations for the courses and make them even better, right? So really taking a look at, oh, that doesn't quite work, or that flow needs to be a little bit different, so that we can rearrange things and again make it even better. And so I love the strength that Natalie has. And again, you know, it can really, again, if you it can throw you or distract you depending on what you have designed, and it can feel, you know, it can feel awkward, or again, you can take advantage of that energy as well. And again, if you're ever studying, find somebody who has the 52-9 and sit next to them, so that you can also gain some of that focus and that concentration. And right now is a great time to focus and to concentrate.
Yeah. And Rob, actually, I forgot about that. Congratulations, Rob. It's his personality of his conscious core essence. So it's his birthday this week, but he cannot come on live, unfortunately. He is in
Happy
his,
birthday, Rob!
yeah.
Yay!
Yay.
Yes, and he shared that he has the 50, but not the 9, and definitely find it difficult to find what to focus on. So, and Rob is also a builder, so he does have this gut response, but then not from, you know, particularly the trait 9 to have the focus. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. How about for you, Linda? I know you shared a little bit of your experience of the 52 already, but I would love to hear anything else that you have to share about trait 52 and this stillness.
Yeah, I collaborate with Natalie as well. So I find it fascinating when we are chatting. She can really be listening to me and really be still. And I'm thinking, did I say something wrong? But it's wonderful. It's such a concentration, and then she's sharing what she's,
What
yeah,
I
it's
feel.
like, yeah, it's like she's taking the time to really hear and to what I'm sharing. And then she is okay. She lets, yeah, like the energy is going through her. And then she shares what she feels like she needs to say and to respond. And I'm always blah 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 blah. And then I feel like, uh-oh, did I say so? But it's wonderful. And I feel like now being very aware of this energy, I feel like it's amazing to really have that but also really strange, because what you were sharing, like, don't get in my aura, or just do your own thing, don't bother me. And normally I'm not like that. I'm just playing along with everything and just blah blah blah. But now I need, yeah, even more, I know what I am going to do. Like, I am the mountain. I know I'm here, I'm staying here with what I see. Like, I have a mountain view, literally. I can see, that's what I want to do, that's where I want to go. And I just have the urge and the pressure of the drive and stamina to, for me, go in action, but really focused. So it's wonderful, and I benefit from the energy of Natalie lots of times.
Yeah.
In collaborating, because we can really hone in on things that we are want to create, or make even better, or to discuss things and really be on topic.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So if there's any of you who are live in our Facebook or in either on Facebook Live or here in our Zoom room, we would love to hear about your experience as well. And I see Maria. Hey, Maria.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, welcome. Thank you for joining our BG5
Hi,
Live.
thank you. I just thought I'd forgotten it's trade 52 now. And I have, as I said, I have open root centers. I'm normally under enormous pressure to get everything done and just out of the way. I even just keep saying to myself, oh, I'll just get this out of the way. And I feel that stillness, I'm really using this energy when I'm writing. I can just, then I'm gone, forgetting the whole world. I'm very focused and can do it for hours.
Yes. And I think writing is a great example of where you can just be so focused and so concentrated that, just like you said, Maria, that you just sort of lose yourself in that experience. I know when when I have creative ideas or something like that I need to just focus on, being able to utilize that, and like utilizing the energy right now, there was all kinds of ideas that I had to sit down and just write and focus on them, almost like you're in another world.
In another word, I'm just transferred to whatever I'm writing about, and I'm just there, and then I suddenly come back and I'm here.
Yes, exactly.
That must be the energy I'm using.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, great example.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.
Yes, thanks, Maria, for sharing. Fabulous. Is there anyone else in Facebook Live or live in our Zoom room as well?
Not for now.
All right. Well,
I'm curious
yes.
about Natalie, because I was triggered, because I literally feel also like I'm in a different world. I just recall that I shared last Saturday. I told my husband, I said, well, I feel like I'm living in a different world. And how is it for you, Natalie, to have this trait? Do you feel alienated at times?
No, because I alienate myself, right? It is it feels like a place to a how do you say that? A very well-known place, a place I like to be in, right? So I like to be on my own very much, right? So and to do my own thing, and when I'm in this concentration field and really stilled myself to do something, really don't bother me, right? Just leave me alone. So, but this is something I've known all my life, and I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it because I love those. It is a creative space as well, right? It's it brings forth something that I love doing, right? If I'm really focused and concentrated on whatever I'm, trying to perfect in that time. So it doesn't feel alienating. It feels like I even sometimes tell my friends, but there's a combination, of course, also with my life work. So my life work of individualism has a great deal into this as well. But I even push some friends away when they are too obnoxious all the time. I go like, don't worry, we're still friends. You don't have to call me every day. You don't have to, just leave me be for a while and I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it doesn't feel alienating.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
No.
But it does feel like another world, though, right?
Yeah. And then I really need to if I get a call right in the middle of doing something, it's like, it's like really getting out of wherever I'm at and getting back to earth and talk to the person. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, beautiful examples. And thank you again, Maria. Yeah, and when we take a look at quality 5, now remember quality 5 is always the messenger, and quality 5 is explanation. In times of inaction, the often important ability to explain one's position, right? Because again, oftentimes we're pressured to keep going, to do things, to have action. And sometimes in that time of inaction, the message is explaining one's position. So the elevation is where inaction and focus can lead to detail, the often terse but exceedingly accurate statement. And this is kind of the short, sweet, and to the point, right? The terse but exceedingly accurate statement, just getting right to the point, and explaining, why things are maybe not moving forward or why there's inaction. On the challenging side, it's where there is too much inaction, and where there is too much inaction, it can lead to a loss of focus, and not to detail. So the convolution where the enigmatic nature is normally misunderstood with unprecedented circumstances. So again, there has to be a balance between action and inaction. So if it is, if there is too much inaction, it can actually lead to a loss of focus as well, right? Whereas, when there is the right amount of inaction for the right reason, again, it can lead to the detail that you can then bring forward. So I find this quite fascinating. Wonderful. Anything, Natalie? It looks like you were looking something up. I don't know if there's anything you wanted to add.
I found it such a strange sentence. Sometimes this happens with these elevation and challenges. I was like, is it a mistype or is there? But it is literal what it is. So I was looking that up actually. But I have quality 4 and 6, so I do not have this specific one. But yeah, what can I say? It feels so natural that I'm right around this explanation. Yeah.
Short, sweet, and to the point.
Yeah, and to the detail. Yeah.
How about for you, Linda?
Well, I find it fascinating that in the stillness, the messenger feels like it's called out to explain what's happening in the stillness, because you're going through a process in your stillness. There is a pressure being built. And I feel like in the times of inaction, it's not really inaction because things are happening below the surface, but you need to be still in order to let that process flow. And I feel like here there's a beautiful contradiction, that there has to be a balance between being still and let the process do its work. But also you have to make your contribution. So if you are too much in action, then you don't know what you are still for. And But when it's in balance, you just say exactly the things you need to say, and it comes from a place of stillness. So it has had its time to phrase the things so beautifully that it's accurate, because it's just like I've seen with Natalie. I see that things go through her. The information I see, like a process happening. She takes it in. Yeah, it's beautiful to watch. And she takes it in, and she's literally sitting still. And it can happen very fast that she is processing it, and then she sometimes gives me feedback. I feel like, okay, yep, this is it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's so funny. You even do my face like I really got
Yeah,
it.
but I'm sorry, I haven't expressed it,
No,
but
but
this is
that's what I do. I really got
that's
it.
what you do. Yeah. It's wonderful. Yeah, it's yeah, it's magic. So
I love it. I love it. Yeah, so quality 5 of the messenger and this explanation. And as I was looking for the celebrity, I found
Yes!
Michael Phelps.
I just peeked into the slides before we started. I was like, oh my God, all of those medals. It can't be like really that he literally got, he's just exaggerating here for the photo, but then it's really literally 28 medals. My goodness.
this is amazing. But I feel like take those away, then I can see something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like.
So for those of you who may not be familiar with Michael Phelps, he's an Olympic, a U.S. Olympic swimmer. And again, think of the concentration that it takes to win that many medals, right? So his core essence is a life work theme of demands, and you demand that a solution be found, correction be made, and agreements enforced in order to protect society. And so he's an American former competitive swimmer and the most successful and most decorated Olympian of all time with a total of 28 medals. He also holds the all-time record for the Olympic gold medals. He has 23 Olympic gold medals. And after the 2008 Summer Olympics, Phelps started the Michael Phelps Foundation, which focuses on growing the sport of swimming and promoting healthier lifestyles. So again, taking a look at where he's been able to focus, where he's been able to concentrate, where he's been able, in a sense, I think, when you are that decorated of an athlete, it does take practice. It does take focus. It does take, even moments of inaction before you jump into action, right? Those moments of inaction right before jumping into the pool and starting to swim, or right before you're starting. So so there's an element of really having to have that concentration. You can see that he also has the 9 as well. So he has the 52-9. So just imagine the force and the concentration that's necessary to be so decorated as an athlete. And again, with he went through, he won all of the medals, and now he's promoting healthier lifestyles, as using his position there. So the agreements enforced in order to protect society as well. Yeah.
The true messenger.
Yes, exactly.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Great. All right. So so ponder what you want people to know or think about this week. And again, if anyone has anything they'd like to add or any questions you have, we will address those here momentarily. So again, if you're new to BG5, you can download your own career design. You can take a look at what traits you may have in your design or which traits you don't have. I don't have the 52 or the 9. So this is a beautiful time to concentrate. Also, you can find out what the trait is of the day by going to our website, scrolling down and finding BG5 Live. This is where you can also watch us and get the link to watch us live, either on Facebook or in our Zoom room. You can also find past episodes in our free resource library. And of course, we have our classes coming up in September, and we would love to have you join us. So to wrap everything up, I would love to hear from each of you, including Maria, if you would like to share as well. What are some things just to be aware of this week as we basically today and tomorrow will still be in this 52 before we move into provocation, until we move into obstruction. So what are some things just to pay attention to or to be aware of in the next couple of days? Would you like to start, Maria?
No idea. I was just thinking that in the last 2 days, I was feeling so incredibly tired. And I think I was just nicely forced by the universe to just sit on my sofa and just do nothing, which I always find impossible. But I just couldn't. I just wasn't able to do anything. And today I'm full of energy again. And I'm thinking of moving home. So I don't need this focus. So I went to view a new place today.
Yes. Yeah. So again, if you are feeling tired, if you're feeling exhausted, if you're feeling like, oh, I feel like I should really move things forward, but your body's not complying. It may be a time just to sit in that focus. And like you said, Maria, sometimes you need to have that stillness. You need to have that focus before, right? You can begin something new, right? In a couple of weeks, we'll be.
You're so right, because somehow things took off today, like a completely new energy.
Yes, exactly.
Amazing.
Exactly. Same thing for Linda too. It's kind of this stillness, like you're hitting a wall, like nothing's working, and then all of a sudden, it's like that stillness. Then again, it's that temporary stillness that then brings forth the energy that can be released into whatever you want to focus on. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. I love it, because I didn't think about it like this, but I normally don't get so tired. It was very unusual. So, and such a difference today. So now I understand it, what's been going on.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of understanding, what's happening and what the background frequency is, because we're like, why is this happening? What's going on with me? What's wrong? And then you realize, oh, that's why it's happening. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much, Maria.
Thank you so much. Very inspiring.
I love it. How about for you, Linda?
Well, I was just contemplating that I feel like the whole world is in a transition towards 2027. And I feel like taking a look at the month of July and what's going to happen with all the background frequencies, we are on the precipice of change. We are in the middle of change. It already started. And I feel like we are, as human beings, but also as humanity, are teased out to live out our true spirit. So I feel like the times we are in right now, I feel like the stillness may give us insight in what we want to give our energy to. What is it that we want to concentrate with? What I personally experienced, for a long time, I was just serving a lot of clients. I couldn't make up my mind about I like this, I like this. And now suddenly, because I was experiencing extremes, I was called out to be still in my concentration. And maybe it will happen for lots of you. And for all of us, I feel like it's time, and also taking a look at the 39 and everything that's happening, that we are teased out also with the hidden crisis and our inner truth that is maybe taking care of our transformation. We are getting called out to find our true spirit. And maybe this is to me, it feels like a time to be still on where I'm going to move forward to, and where I'm going to use my talents for. So it can be a time that feels out of your comfort zone if you don't have the 52, like I don't have it. I feel alienated because I'm not like that. I'm not acting like that, but I also feel like I need to be still to be really like the mountain, be in one place and not all over the place like I can be, and to really feel this is it. This is where I'm going. So it can be a huge start of a transition. It can be an insight of an inner calling. And you can use it to concentrate on things you love doing, or to be still and take a look at, okay, my life, what is my life like? So maybe it's a little bit of a long answer, but I just was contemplating it, and I feel like, I see a bigger picture. So be aware of what's getting your attention.
Yeah, and I think it's really beautiful, because sometimes you need that stillness in order to hear the deeper messages within, right? Sometimes the messages of your own spirit, your own soul, what you need to do, what direction to go, what's coming forth out of you, like we were talking about with Maria earlier, that kind of other world where you're kind of transported to another place. Sometimes you just need that stillness to connect with that inner knowing, right? To connect with who you really are, to connect with your soul, to connect with your spirit. And with, a bunch of stuff going on, right? There's crisis going on in the background as well. Sometimes we need that stillness to be, in order to just assess what's the next step forward. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, beautifully said. Thank you, Linda. Yes, and Natalie.
Yeah, and then also if you don't get answers, which is also possible, that you just feel the pressure, right? Then go to sleep if you need to, or sit down like Maria does on the couch and just do nothing, right? Don't feel pressured to, or don't give in to the pressure. You probably feel pressured, but just let it flow through you. If this is not something you have naturally, the drive and stamina defined, the function defined, and then with the 52-9 now having it defined, right? You may feel like you need to get rid of things and need to get it done and know where to go and know where to focus, and then it doesn't come, right? It's also possible. And there's nothing wrong with that, but also knowing that this may happen with this background frequency, you don't have to make yourself wrong for it, and just let it flow through you. Let it flow through you, and, do your thing. And there is a saying, if you are, what's the saying? If you are in a rush, sit down. So, don't rush, because the rushing itself will make you stumble and fall and whatever, right? Only move forward if you have a clear knowing of where to go with your personal decision-making strategy. Yeah, can be very different than the gut response, what to focus on. So yeah, that's the other side of it.
Yeah, beautifully said. Beautifully said. So enjoy the stillness. Enjoy the process. We're going to be provoked here soon. So in a couple of days, we have that provoking energy, which is going to, in a sense, provoke us to take action, provoke us to awaken to our spirit. So So a huge happy birthday to Rob, a huge happy birthday to Natalie coming up as well. And we look forward to seeing you all next week as we move into the heat of summer here in the Northern Hemisphere. So taking a look at what unfolds in July. So we'll start it next week. So have a fabulous week, and also happy 4th of July. So it's also the United States. It's also the United States birthday as well. The Independence Day is also coming up as well. So in a sense, right, taking a look at this stillness before taking a look at, what is provoked and what is your own, in a sense, independence as well. So beautiful. All right, everyone. Thank you. And we'll see you. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.